Magic and Muscles Season 2 starts with a brief recap of the events that happened after Mash's battle with Abel and Cell War. Additionally, the narrator reminds the audience that someone is spreading rumors that Mash can't use magic. In the present, Finn reminds Mash that Finn, Lemon, and Dot convince the student that Mash can use magic. Unfortunately, another student stumbles upon the two and asks Mash the same thing. Mash tells the student he can use magic, but the student's not buying it. Finn attempts to flee with Mash, but the student tells him that covering for Mash will make Finn look like a criminal. Before Finn gets into an argument with the student, Lance arrives and uses his gravity magic to subdue the guy. Dot and Lemon arrive afterward, and they all head to a dining hall to celebrate their victory over Langdorm. Finn's shocked Abel and Abyss attended the party. Abel promises he doesn't plan to befriend them. After some funny situations ensue between Lemon, Abyss, Mash, and others, Finn approaches Lance and asks him what he is doing after he gets separated from their group. Lance says he ran into death row inmates after combating a person from Lang's dorm. Later, Abyss tells Mash that Innocent Zero, one of the Magic Realm's worst crime syndicates, is after him. Abyss says Abel gained his powers for assisting Innocent Zero. Simultaneously, Abel and Finn are heading somewhere to retrieve one of his board games. Abyss confirms Abel borrowed Innocent Zero's power to obtain more coins. Since Innocent Zero currently has their eyes set on Mash, Abyss warns him to keep his guard up. After their heartfelt chatter concludes, we see the students from earlier hiding behind our hero's dorm's door. He plans to obtain proof that Mash can't use magic. He aborts the mission when Abel and Finn unexpectedly return to the dorm. Suddenly, an owl arrives to give Mash a letter. Mash arrives and visits the Bureau of Magic to discuss his crime of concealing the truth behind his inability to use magic. Roya, a divine visionary, tells Mash why it's important to maintain order and fairness in the Magic Academy. However, he suggests Mash sway folks to his side by showing them his abilities. He throws a candle near Mash and asks him to light it without touching it. Mash rubs his wand on the ground at tremendous speeds, causing a fire to occur in the area briefly. After lighting the candle, Mash promises Ryo that he'll sway people to his side with his fists. Before Mash departs, several divine visionaries arrive and stop him. One of the divine visionaries explains why Mash must perish for his actions. Suddenly, the man leading this meeting ends up getting controlled by an Innocent Zero member. This being tells the divine visionaries that Mash is important to them and to prove it. They've embedded a magiparasite on the meeting's host. Before Ryo removes it, Mash takes it upon himself to do so, despite the warnings he received from removing it forcefully. Mash successfully defeats the parasite and saves the elderly man to many's shock. Before Mash leaves, Orta, one of the divine visionaries, stops Mash, reminding him that he must die for his crime. Mash refuses, and before Orta kills him, Ryo stops him. Ryo reminds Orta that it's important for him to hear his take on Mash's fate since he's a divine visionary too. Then, Walberg and Rain arrive.